Now, our next guest is one of the youngest artists steadily carving out his own lane in Ghana's music industry. Now, he's known for songs like Big God, Hold You Down, People Talk, English Girl, Legalize, and several others. He's building a name for himself through consistency, determination, and a growing fan base. Along the way, one thing fans constantly point out is his striking resemblance to award-winning rapper King Paluta, a comparison that has generated plenty of conversations online. But today we are talking music, identity, ambition, the realities of being an emerging artist, and everything in between. So please help me welcome Caddy, Real Boy, please. Hey.
Kilo and so what? Okay, see. Finally, oh, finally. Motire ololufemi. Found my hero. Baby, kilometers. Make it go far away, come on. Make it go far away. Make I blow your mind, oh. I'm not gonna let you go. I'm gonna hold you down. Baby, love you, yeah. Girl, it's only 4:30, yeah. Loving you, no be suicidal. Loving you, no be, baby, love you, yeah. Girl, it's only 4:30, yeah. Loving you, no be suicidal. Loving you, and I end up mobiado. Now we go fat them all. And I end up mobiado. Now we go fat them all. Kilo and certain, if them try you I go see. No frequency go separate us. Your face find no negation blood. Switching up, cutting terminals. That the way where you wine with a formula. This a be cuckoo, Charlie, this a be do too. Can we never lie? Oh no, can we never do? Baby, love you, yeah. Girl, it's only 4:30, yeah. Loving you, no be suicidal. Loving you, no be, baby, love you, yeah. Girl, it's only 4:30, yeah. Loving you, no be suicidal. Loving you, and I end up mobiado. Now we go fat them more. And I end up mobiado. Now we go fat them more. Kilo and certain.
Please put your hands together for Caddy, Real Boy. It's good to have you in the studio. Please, you can sit.
Thank you.
Hey, do you know that people can sing?
My head has become big.
Thank you for coming. Listen, when it comes to music and young people and talent and how they can sing, it always amazes me. People think that we don't have Ghanaians who can sing, but he's proved that they can sing. And I'm a boy. Oh, you will do it better.
Thank you.
When I told you that there's one thing that people have been saying all the time, and it's the fact that Caddy looks like King Paluta. Can you both see it?
Yes.
Muhu. Yes. Do people say that to you?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, I'm surprised even in this and then the glasses, I mean, people still see.
All the time?
All the time, even in the dark. I can't hide from that. I mean, yeah.
Is it intentional? Because again, you know, King Paluta has a way he carries himself, a way that he dresses. Is it intentional?
It's not intentional to look like him, but I think maybe, yes, I agree we have some resemblance though, but I think it's just nature and then destiny, probably. That's how it's supposed to be. But I feel like the difference is definitely going to come out with my sound, because my sound is entirely different from King Paluta's own. Even though he has his own sound, we look alike though, but our sound is definitely going to, show the difference. Now,
have you ever had to go on a stage to perform? And when you got there, people probably called you King Paluta?
Oh, yes, a lot. Even sometimes organizers happen to even mistake us for each other. So sometimes I'll be on stage and then the people will be looking at, is this not King Paluta? So sometimes I try to perform his songs just to let people know that, oh no, this is not King Paluta. This is Real Boy, a new artist. But we look alike, so I'll take that.
Do you feel like that is going to affect you in the long run? Because you see, does it feel like you're hiding under his shadow?
No. Initially, the difficulty is, you see, I'm also building a brand. And so the challenges is that when people see you and then they identify you as a different person. But I feel like this is the beginning of my journey. And I'm not out there yet, just as Kimpaluta is. So, in as much as it's a challenge, it's also helping me one way or the other. Now, people give me some listening ears even before I even speak.
Okay.
And then before I talk, now my music now does the talking for me. After they perceive or assume that I'm Kimpaluta, no, this guy is not Paluta. Okay, but his sound is good. So I think that has not been a challenge, but in a way it has been helping me.
It has been helping you. Wait, when people ask if someone hadn't heard your song yet, what would you tell us is the most distinctive feature that makes you very different from Kimpaluta?
I would say Kimpaluta does melody. I would say my melodies.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my language that I use.
Okay.
I feel Kimpaluta mostly do like the local, but most of my sounds I blend the local and then the foreign style too. So I think our language one, and then my sound is mostly made of a lot of melodies and then harmonies. Yeah. So.
Let's get into when music started for you. Because, we're getting to know you, getting to get acquainted with you personally. Yeah. Because people have heard Caddy Real Boy. On social media, we hear you, we see you, but who is he?
So Caddy Real Boy is, a young, talented Afrobeat, Afropop artist. I grew up in Kumasi. That's where I grew up. And then I started doing music. The music started for me in the church. Yes, even though I loved music, but it started for me in the church. And
which church is that?
I'm an Adventist.
Okay.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm an
Adventist. SDA?
Yes.
So you're an SDA?
Yeah.
Right. And then you're a church boy?
Oh, church boy, fully church boy.
So why didn't you venture into gospel music?
Okay, so this is how I see music. And then the journey that I've decided to take, I'm not away from preaching the gospel. Just that it's about the message. It's not necessarily trying to talk about Jesus alone means you are preaching the word of God. Sometimes your music has to touch a soul, say something to someone, speak into their lives in a different way. In as much as I'm doing love songs, at the end of the day, you might end up picking something. It's a lesson that probably I'm trying to put out there.
Caddy, talking about a girl's shape and how she looks is preaching to the people.
So those are some of the things whereby, so I'm trying to say that I don't entirely do, like, in quotes, secular music. There are songs that, at the end of the day, I'm trying to bring out the Jesus boy in me or the church boy in me.
I like.
Yeah. So, like, Big God, for example, is a song that I did trying to bring out the name, a new name that I decided to use for myself, because initially I was using Caddy alone. And then it was difficult for me trying to claim my profiles on the DSP. So there was this team that came up, and then, we decided to rebrand. So I decided to add the Real Boy to it. Yeah, so I decided to do a song just to bring the name out. So when you listen to Big God, in as much as I'm telling people about how big God is and how big I'm going to be in the industry, in the chorus, you would hear me constantly saying, Real Boy is coming, Real Boy is coming, just to preach the name. And in the song, you will see how I magnify God and then talk about God, how big God is and how he has helped me. So in a way, someone would definitely, can, how do I even put it? Someone can put themselves in my shoes and then also feel the same way how I'm feeling in that song. So in a way, I'm kind of preaching, get it? I'm kind of doing gospel music.
Right.
Yes.
Let's go back to SDA. So you were in SDA, you started singing from the, were you in the choir?
Yeah. I'm still in your choir.
So you're still...
Yeah, even though I don't really go to church, but I'm still in the choir.
So you're a part-time choirista? Right, so you started singing in the choir. At what age was that?
That was, I think, going to junior high school. Yeah, so around class 5, class 6 thereabout.
Okay, is that when you had noticed that you had a singing voice?
Yes, so in the church, that's where I realized that I could sing. At first, I liked dancing a lot. I didn't know that part, and then rap. Surprisingly, now I can't even do anything rap. So when I started going to the choir, joining groups to sing a cappella and those kind of things, I realized that this is something that, no, I think I'm sitting on the thing that I'm supposed to do. So I developed it in the choir, and then this is where I am right.
You know, when it comes to SDA, people will say that SDAs are very strict. Adventists, they're very strict, especially their parents. So how did family take it when you said, okay, I'm going to get into music, and it's not strictly gospel music?
So thankfully, I'm fortunate to be in a family where they don't, one, criticize, and in as much as we are Adventists, we tend to, not to make the teachings, tighten us to the extent that we can't do certain things, provided I'm not doing anything against God. My family is okay with it,
right.
and I'm grateful that they are supporting me, even as I'm not doing gospel music, but still they are still supporting me. So even though we are fond of being a straight kind of religious group, my family are able to cope with it, and then, I get the support that I want.
Now, we've had a number of young artists here, and they've all said that even though they started or they knew they could sing from a younger age, a very pivotal time in their career is SHS, because there you're a little grown, you know that you have a voice. Is that the same for you? So
I'll say yes, but no for singing, because during high school, I didn't do anything music related, surprisingly. Okay. I was just in the choir, I wasn't doing anything, what I'm doing right now, what I did in junior high school, like the rapper, entertainment, I'll be there. And then high school, I was an entirely different person. Yes. So people in my high school now see me and then they are surprised, but people way back in JHS who know me, they know that this guy used to do this back then. Right. So in high school, I wasn't doing anything music. What high school are we talking about? I went from Prempeh to Amman. I came to Accra to finish my... So you moved schools? Yes. You started where? I was in Kumasi. I think I did just a term in PC, and then I came to Amman to start over, and then I wrote my WASI. Your WASI there. Okay. What course did you do? I did science. Science? You're about like the third artist who have been on the show who said, I studied science. You wanted to do science, or it was forced on you? No. I wouldn't say it was forced, because, growing up, I experienced a lot, and then the journey has been one way or the other, shifting or, switching from one to the other, just as what I'm always experiencing or exposed to. Because growing up, I wanted to become a pilot. Okay. In Ghana here, it was quite difficult. At a point, I wanted to become a lawyer. And then I started that journey by doing paralegal and other things. I went to do paralegal for a year. During the paralegal, that's where I got the love for science, but this time around in engineering. Okay. And then ecology. Right. So when I was in the paralegal, I decided to now venture into science fully. Now this is me. I'm not even doing anything with science now. Why? Why did you? So with science, what you were hoping to be an engineer? I was hoping to be an ecologist. Okay. In that engineering environment. Okay. Yes. And then why didn't you pursue that? So after school, yes, I did my national service. I was doing what I wanted to do, but I felt like the music was the priority. I couldn't sit and then combine work and the music at the same time, because one was going down, and definitely music was the one going down, because you spend a whole lot of hours at work. Even though it was, at that time, I was getting that small money to support the music, but you have money to support the music, but you don't have the music. How then do you do it? So it was a very difficult decision for me to, pause on the 9 to 5 work and then now focus on music, but not entirely stopping working. I was doing my own kind of work. I'm into videography and other things, so that was where I was trying to use to support myself with my music. When was that inkling? When did you get the inkling that, okay, music is what I'm chasing for good? I knew that in
university.
Okay.
Yeah, so whilst I was in the university, I was preparing for that. Just that I had to do what the family also wanted of me. Go to school, get the grades, do my national service. I mean, when I got that for them, now I'm doing what I also want.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've noticed in uni that music is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then after your national service and everything is when you decided to. So are you pursuing music officially?
Yeah.
Professionally?
Professionally, officially, I'm doing music.
How's that journey been?
It hasn't been easy, but I think I've moved from that point to this point. And then there's a lot of things that I'm now yet to achieve, but I think so far so good. God has been very, very good to me, and then I really appreciate it.
Now, Real Boy, you're one person who has been advocating, talking about emerging artists and how hard it is for emerging artists. I've seen a number of times you've spoken about it.
Okay.
When you say that, what does it mean? Because you see, we still live in this same field and industry where there are a number of young people who have made it big time. So when you say emerging artists are having it hard, what does that mean?
So emerging artists are having it hard. I always specify in terms of bringing their craft out. Out in the sense that how their sound reaches that particular audience that is supposed to get to before their quote blow up comes. It's quite challenging in terms of finance, because even though now the system has changed into a system where you have to constantly be posting content, hoping that one of your videos go viral, and then, but at the end of the day, you still need that finance to push that music, because assuming you have to put your songs in playlists for your song to, catch that wider audience, and then you don't even have money to do that. You always resort to shooting the content, and then sometimes it becomes, if you are not someone who has that zeal and then that, like, you really believe in what you are doing, you feel like you are always doing the same thing, releasing the song, doing content, and that's all. But the bigger picture of music, how to push your song, is through finances.
But do you think that emerging artists are putting in the work? Because you hear a number of music producers, even let's talk about all these brands and all these people who want to pick you up and say, okay, I would help you, I would take care of you, the producers, the directors, all of them. They say that emerging artists don't like to put in the work. And now everyone thinks that when you sit on TikTok and you release a song, a few people dance to your songs, you're okay. So is it that emerging artists don't like to put in the work?
I wouldn't say that, but for some people who say that, is probably because of their experiences. And then I think there's a saying that a lot of people who go through bad relationships good relationships, they don't bring them out. But those that are going through the bad relationship, we always see them, and then they are talking about the same thing. There are a lot of artists that probably, they are very good, they love what they are doing, but they are not getting that kind of attention or the need. Someone elsewhere has gotten the opportunity, and then probably one way or the other has messed it up, and then now it has been generalized that, okay, upcoming artists or emerging artists don't put in the work. Because I think for me, the kind of people that I know, the friends that I have, emerging artists, in quotes, if I'm supposed to pick like 10 of them, I would say 6 people are putting in the work, and then that's a good number to say that emerging artists put in the work. Just that, the music community here in Ghana, it's quite limited in, scouting for artists.
But you see, okay, again, we have music producers, directors, labels, saying that in the beginning, I know you people have heard that so many times, they'll tell you, when artists are starting, emerging artists, when they begin, they are very humble. When you tell them to go here, they'll go. Produce this amount of music, they'll do. These number of videos, they'll be there. Immediately, they blow, in your own words. They begin to act different. And that is why a number of producers are saying they don't want to work with emerging artists anymore. Isn't that so?
So I think the same thing, I will say it again. So it happens, we are all human beings, and then music is spiritual. The moment that someone gets that kind of, fans, some way or the other, the person might be carried away by that, and then sometimes acts the way a lot of people act. But then again, the people who have made it and then we call, the mainstream artists too, I'm sure they were emerging artists at some point, and then now they are mainstream. So there are people who were able to, overcome that, and then now they are making it. So still, there are a lot of people there who I think can do better. Just that there are few people who have experienced this and then are coming out to say that. So I still believe that, yes, we are humans. People turn out to, like the fame gets into people's head and then we end up acting how we do. But I think at the end of the day, a good number of people made it. They were emerging artists.
So would you say that your own people have tarnished and have spoiled your chances? Because we have music producer Kewa.
Yeah.
He's been through a number of these situations. And I think he's one of the people who says, Charlie, these new artists, even Boo God, he says, Charlie, these new artists, they are quite difficult to work with. So would you say that your colleagues, the emerging artists, they're the ones blocking chances?
I would, well, you can say that, but sometimes too, I think the actual situations, the truth do not come out. Yes, we end up hearing the side of, because I've been a victim of such situations, and then because you don't have the voice, you are still an emerging artist, and then probably we are assuming, no, you are now proud, you are now doing this, but probably what actually is happening to the artist can't even say it.
Tell me, what in your situation, you don't need to mention the label.
Oh yes, so let's say I end up being in a record label or a contract with you, and then in the contract you state that you're going to do this, you're going to do that. As an emerging artist or someone who needs help, I'm going to accept the offer because it's a good offer. Along the line, probably I see that you're doing something else that, as a human being, you might say that, okay, if this person didn't come to help me, I wouldn't, be able to get to, but at some point, contract is contract. If you don't speak up, that thing would be used against you later on. So sometimes these things happen low-key, and then the artists are not able to voice it out. But then, when they start to show up, okay, now they refuse to do certain things, the label tends to...
But do people read your contracts? Because, again, not to catch you, but we have a number of these young artists who, because they want to get fame, or they want to be under a label, they want to be taken care of, they want to work with a particular manager or music producer, they would immediately sign contracts without reading the clauses, knowing what it is. They're just in a hurry.
Exactly.
And then a few years later, they come back to say, I feel like they didn't do that, but you didn't read it.
Exactly. So that's the point of the emerging artists right now. A lot of them who had experienced that didn't really understand what they were getting themselves into. So now that their eyes are open and then now they know, okay, this is how the thing is being done, they think, okay, now let me try and then now show that I know what we were supposed to do. Meanwhile, contract is contract. You've signed it and you are bounded by that particular thing. So I think most of the upcoming artists or the emerging artists fail to understand what they are getting themselves into because they want to. The focus was just to get to what they want to get, not to know what they are trying to pass through to get to where they want to go to.
Right. Yeah. So they didn't properly read what was in the contract. Yeah. But are you under a label? I'm
not under any label. Yeah.
Do you want to be under a label?
Oh yes. If the label, we both understand each other. I know that this label is going to bring what I want, and then I'm going to give them what they want.
What do you want?
What I want is, I believe in myself, that the songs that I have, what I can do. And so I need a label who is ready to believe in me also, and then ready to put in the money. We also split the profit at the end of the day. I bring in the work, you also deliver as such. And then if I get a label who is ready to believe in me, and then I'm in the craft, because there's one thing, it's different that someone believes in you and then is investing in you, and then there's another thing that the person doesn't believe but wants to use what he has seen from somewhere else. Okay, music pays, and then no, I've seen an artist, let me just put in money. If the person doesn't believe in your craft, at the end of the day, we are not going to make any productive thing.
Caddy, how sure are we that you will not switch? Because again, on these platforms, these TV interviews, we hear them. We see them all the time. They come, they say, oh, I'm never going to change. I'll remain the same. 3-10 years from now, if you see me, I'll be humble. Next time, even when you call them for interviews, they don't want to come. So how sure are we that Caddy is not changing?
By God's grace, Caddy is not changing. Yeah.
Caddy?
Yeah. I'm recorded. Oh,
Caddy, this is just word of mouth. Oh,
no. I promise, Caddy is not going to change.
When you say Caddy is not changing, in the next 10 years, in fact, 10 years is far. In the next 3 years, when you've made great name for yourself, what will we see?
So, in the next 10 years, I see Caddy to be on those big platforms. And still, I mean, you see, one thing is, after 10 years, when you've gotten to that stage, sometimes the decisions are not made by you alone. That is where sometimes it might look like Caddy is not being humble or he's not attending to certain things. And so I understand some artists who act like the way we are saying they are acting, like they are not being, when you call them for interviews, they're not coming because the people are under certain structure. And then
let me paint a proper example for you. There's one artist who went for an event. Someone said something in the audience. He got angry, insulted the audience, the person in the audience. When that happened, Kim Habita, your lookalike, said that. People reached out to him. Even someone who liked him in the same place. A lot of people spoke for him. Was it called? But then so many people, and Dusty, one of the big mouths who spoke for that man. They called him, asked him to retract the statement. He said no. In that case, looking at where he started from, saying, oh, Mr. Sada, isn't that change?
I mean, in the first place, it wasn't professional in the first place, not even to talk about change. But yes, we will say that he has changed. But I mean, people who know him would say that this guy has been like that kind of for a very long time. But me, for that kind of attitude, I think it wasn't the right thing to do.
And you're telling me you will not do any of those?
Oh, no.
It's being said on this platform today. You are watching us today. Audience, you are my witness that Caddy, real boy, sat on changes and said that in 3 years, in 4 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, no matter the height he gains, no matter the traction he gains on social media, no matter how big he gets, the international star he will become, he will never change.
I will never change. Oh, yes.
Do you know that Black Sheriff has sat here before?
Really?
He was
sure, because
on a lot of our platforms. In fact, on Prime Morning,
Oh, okay.
That was his first TV interview ever.
Wow.
What's it wow? Now if you call him, he doesn't even answer. And you know, do you know the number of artists we've heard who have told us that they don't need TV anymore? So when you call them, they don't even come. So you're telling me in 10 years, when Changes calls you and says, Caddy, real boy, we need you. You will say we should call your manager. Or you will say, if you don't pay this amount of money, you won't come.
I'll be here, sharp.
This is a chance together for you. We trust that. Now, let's get into your music, because you've been releasing so many good songs. I listened to Legalize, and I loved every single thing in there. Your song about God, big one. You've dropped so many great songs. First of all, what inspires your music?
So mostly, this is how my writing process is. Okay, I like visuals a lot. I'm that guy. So mostly, I do. Sometimes the song I don't even write them. I picture how would this song look like on a type of video like this, because that's my field. Okay, a song like Ololufe, let me use that as an example. I pictured how would, because I know it happens like frequently in this our normal lives, like a photographer meeting a whole lot of girls as clients, and then that kind of people will relate to this kind of song. How would this sound like falling in love to a client? That's how the song came about.
Right.
So, okay, now it's like you've met a client, and then now whilst you guys are shooting it, you fell in love with the person, and then you guys forgot about time, you catch up. So when you listen to the entire song, you see that most of my writing processes, sometimes it's normal to be in the studio and then the vibe will come, you will record on the beat, but mostly this is how I do mine.
Are they from personal experiences? Because this story you just told me, I'm tempted to think that you fell in love with your client.
No.
You didn't fall in love with your client. So it's not personal experience.
It's not personal experience.
Okay.
But I think a lot of people have I've experienced that, and so people relate to it. That's how I mostly do my songs. So mostly, yes. And then when I'm in the studio, that one, you just listen to the beat and then the inspiration will just come to put this kind of thing on this beat. That one too is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yours is mostly you get your inspiration. You don't necessarily write lyrics.
So after getting it now, picture how it's okay. Now let me write to these images. That's how I do it.
I know you have more things to release for us this year.
Yeah.
Is there a particular label you're targeting? This platform, things happen here. So is there a particular label you'd love to work with?
I would love to work with almost all the good labels.
Is there one that you're targeting the most?
Okay, so in I think any records is a good one. I don't know if they are Ghana based, but that's Last Minute's label.
Yes.
Yeah, they are good. Right now, okay, Lynx is no more a label. I think yes, and then YBNL, if they can see me, because Fireboy is one of my. I
was going to ask that. Do you want to seep into the Nigerian markets? Because Ololufe it sounds more Nigerian than Ghanaian.
Yeah.
So are you trying to seep into the Nigerian market?
Definitely, it's part of the agenda, because I mean that's how we can widen our scope and then get a lot. When you look at most of my songs and then the listeners, I think I have a lot of listeners in Nigeria even than Ghana.
Is that a good thing though? Because you're Ghanaian.
Yes. So these are some of the things that I think is the work that I'm supposed to now do. So I've sat down and then I've developed this strategy with my team. And I think there are certain things that I wasn't doing that I think the listeners were mostly coming from Nigeria. Now I'm trying to focus mostly here, not forgetting them, but now trying to mix them to get the Ghana fans and then the Nigeria.
All right. Now tell me more about your music. I know you've released a number of songs. Tell me. And do we have any new projects coming out?
Yes, and then I think yesterday I just dropped a song.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's more like a tribute.
Okay.
To my grandma.
Oh.
Yeah. She was the one who took care of me. Like I stay with my grandma, so she's gone. So I did a song for her. I just dropped it yesterday. So it's not a song that promoting like that. But after this particular one, I'm dropping like 2 songs to go, and that's going to be like my main focus right now. This before the year ends. Other ones are going to be like features, collaborations. But my sole project for the remaining months of the year is 2 solid projects coming out.
Now, you know, another way that these emerging artists like yourself get well known, they will tell you, is collaborating with artists who are at the top there. Have you reached out to any of them?
Yeah, I've reached out to a couple of them, and I've reached out to a lot. I've reached out to Last Made Medical, a lot of them.
What has the feedback been?
So most of them, Kelvin Boy, most of them are like, okay, we are going to do it. But as to when it's going to happen is the issue.
Right.
Just I think everything is about time. When the time is really... The fact that, they like my vibe and then they want to get in touch with me, I'm okay with it.
Right.
Let's keep it that way. When the time is right, we do it. Because most of them, before they will be pushed to do it like that, because right now they are binded by a certain contract and stuff. So you have to
pay.
Yes, before you can get it like that. So, and then right now, that's my challenge right now, because I'm not with any label right now. I fund everything by myself.
So how are you funding it?
Yeah, by God's grace, with friends. Shout out to my road manager over there, and then the family as well. That's the motive right now, because the family is always helping, and then my friends too are really helping me support in the small ways that they can. So that's my biggest challenge. Trying to get a major investor to really push, because most of the mainstream artists have agreed and they want to work with me. But at the end of the day, you have to pay. Yes, if not pay, then we have to wait, and then we'll get to a stage where, okay, now we are logged in, okay, we don't have any excuses, let's just do it. But that's it. So the feedback has been good.
It's been great. Okay. Now let's take a listen to Auntie Dufie. Is that your grandma?
Yes.
Yes. So he dedicated this one to his grandma. Please take a listen to it.
Gangsta.
No, you have to sing. Where's your microphone? Yes. Let's go.
No, 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 yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Me no idea. Come so papo. Me no idea. Send me a quiet, you be a mammy soon. Send me to me one corner, and me one corner, and I be sure me tampe. Me can't say, me a do for one ante. Minister who come me mudin power survive. I will say you go be to see with your own eyes how I take some vibe. Oh oh. Me didn't any china sana me unu na manya ubaba. And I want to see you. Yeah yeah. Tie. Ati do fie. Ona na niye ya ma feel why. Ebra mi sana kete. Mi se ubobi. Efa mi do back akoshe Dubai. Dankwa me wo ya babe fa we jami kwensini. Sunu mi jina me nice so na me kwanso. Tie. Ati do fie. Ona na niye ya ma feel why. Ebra mi sana kete. Mi se ubobi. Efa mi do back akoshe Dubai. Dankwa me wo ya babe fa we jami kwensini. Sunu mi jina me nice so. Sunu go understand me. Mineral boy me and they fake it. Son they talk, no they underrate me. Only God be to raise, only God be to raise. Star boy no more fan mommy. Put the crown on my head, they more fan me. Enemies not be God, no me shake you. Who come down on my feet to change my fate? Minister who come me mu din power through I will say you go be to see with your own eyes.
That's really beautiful. When did she die? When did she pass away?
2022.
In 2022?
Yes.
You promised that you take her to Dubai.
Yeah, a lot of places because she was mine. Yeah.
So rest in peace. If she sees you right now, what do you think? If she was alive and she saw you right now, what would she say?
I think she'll be proud. But in the song, you see, she was sick, and then at that time I was in school. She was always telling my dad, when am I coming to visit? Because it was a very long time I saw her. When I moved from Kumasi to Accra, she was alone there. And I kept postponing, and then she went. So I don't know how she's feeling right now. She's seeing me, but I think she'll be proud.
I know she'll be proud because you're doing really good for yourself. Where can we find your songs, please?
So on all streaming platforms, Caddy Real Boy on all streaming platforms, AudioMac, Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Please follow Caddy Real Boy because he's the next big thing, okay? He's the next big thing. He says he's not changing. He's ready. The labels out there, reach out to this young man because he has a promising future in music. Let's make this guy go as far and wide as possible. Thank you, Caddy, for being here. Thank you, studio audience. You've been amazing. To the camera crew, every single person who sat in here. Thank you. To the production team, like I said, Juan, every one of you, Okuto, Champion, all of you are amazing. Sets, every single person, Floor, everybody, my boy at the back there, Nee, thank you so much. We'll see you again on Friday because you know on Friday we get down, right? Yeah, so we're going to get down again on Friday. Please do well to tune in again to Changes on Joy Prime. I am Lois Sholade. Until then, please, let's keep dancing to Auntie. Please, what's the song? Auntie Dufie. Because Auntie Dufie, even though she's gone, she's still alive with us in this beautiful music. Let's go. Hey.
Don't come and ya babe fa we jami kwensini. Sunu mi jina nice so na kwanso. Mineral boy me and they fake it. Son they talk no they underrate me. Only God be to raise, only God be to raise. Star boy no more fan me. Put the crown on my head, they more fan me. Enemies not be God no more mistake. Who come down on my feet to change my fate? Minister who come me mu din power so do I will say you go be to see with your own eyes how. Hey. Me didn't sana me unu na manya ubaba. And I want to see you. I know say I go see her.